Hi everyone, scrolling along with Susan here. I thought I would show you today how I take a picture and turn it into a scroll saw pattern. I love doing photographs that way, and I've given many away for um, presents for weddings and birthday presents. And I'm going to be using GIMP 2.10.14, which is the most recent GIMP. So I'm going to open that up for you. I have already taken a photograph and I have enlarged the photograph in Inkscape to keep the true size and shape of it. And there's many videos out there to show you how to do that. But I want to go more into the detail on how I manipulate the picture for a scroll saw pattern. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to open as layers, and my headshot is right there that I'll be using. So I'm clicking on headshot and I'm going to open it. Make sure that the photo that you use is very clear with not a lot of detail in the background, because that could be a problem. You want to try to get rid of that detail as much as possible. Now that I have my picture up, over here, you're going to be working in this area quite a bit. So I'm going to, first of all, Control-C to copy this photograph. Then I'm going to go up to my layers up here, and I'm going to open up a new layer. And I want to make sure that it's filled with white. Make sure this is a white detail. Then you click OK. Now you can see you have two. You have the photograph here and you have the white screen there. Click on that screen, make sure that's where you're activated, and hit a Control, hold the Control button down, and V to paste it. Now over here on the right hand side you have the headshot, the white layer, and a floating selection. I'm going to double click the floating selection. I'm going to rename this Copy, so I know I have my original and my copy. Enter. Now make sure you are on this copy, so just click that picture over on the right hand side to make sure you are in that copy. Then come down here. You have all these symbols down here. The one with the double symbol, or I would say one on top of the other, is the create a duplicate of the layer. So I'm going to duplicate again. Then you have your copy one up here. Double click where it says copy one and rename it. I will rename mine scroll saw pattern, since that's what I'm going to be working with. Enter. Make sure this is clicked. This is the one that you're working with. The other ones will be fine there, but you want to make sure you're clicking up on the top and you're working and changing the top one. Next step is going over to Filters, going down to Enhance, and go over to Sharpen. Filters, Enhance, Sharpen. Click. Now you have to decide for yourself how much you want to adjust this. The sharper it is and the more detailed it is, the easier it is to turn it into a scroll saw pattern. So you can see the hair is getting darker here, a little lighter there, but I'm thinking maybe right about there is a nice sharpen for the radius. Now the amount, it's really detailed there. It's a lot less there, so I'm going to go somewhere in between. So about right there, I think. I'm going to click OK. The next step is to go over colors. And as you probably know, there are many ways to get a scroll saw pattern. This is just what I do. Colors, desaturate, and then down to desaturate again, because I want this to be black and white. I'm clicking OK. Now I'm going to go back up to Filters. I'm going to go down to Artistic this time, and then over to Photocopy, and clicking that. And let me get a picture of her face in here so I know what I'm working with. There we go. I like to have the mask radius between middle and high. This you can play around with. You might like less detail like this, or you might like a little more detail. So I'm going to go with, I like a little bit of the whites of her eyes, so I'm going to go with just about there, about 3/4. And then for sharpness, I like a lot of sharp detail. Down here, too dull. I want it as sharp as possible there, so I'm going to raise that. I'm going to put the percentage down to black. I'm going to put this percentage of white way up to the top. That gets rid of a lot of the little dots, a lot of the gray areas that we really don't need. So I'm going to put that way up at the top, and then I will click OK. So here's your basic scroll saw pattern. We're going to be doing all the hard work, all the detailed work in the next video. This will give you your basic pattern here. Make sure you come up here and you save this. So all this hard work that you just did is not going to be wasted. And I will see you in the next video.